let us continue with the energies that we are working on. And this is part 2. And let us move on to the next set of cards. And here we have a different energy to the star family, which has been drawing me to the star system Sirius, which is our nearest main star. And it says here, surrender to the sweetness, Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. Your love of life, the beauty of who you are. And within this place here, which is an inner vibration of the planet Venus, not the external, which is inhospitable to humans. But there are other beings holding other energies, also at this moment living on Venus. In fact, there's 40 planets within our system, although only most of them have been prevented from being spoken about, with many beings here, many good people. And for me, I would like to share that these beautiful, beautiful giant water lilies, I actually discovered first when I was a child on a visit to Kew Gardens in London. Under one of their huge glass domes, they had a pool with these beautiful, beautiful giant lilies that a child could sit without it sinking in London, in Kew Gardens, and the beautiful flowers that come. And often water lilies are spoken of as transformational because they have their roots buried deep in the mud beneath the waters, and they rise up to come above the problems of life, the difficulties, in order to be able to sit within the eye of the storm. And I have spoken out about the eye of the storm. It is the balance of your inner self to hold the balance of what is going on around you, to not get so swept in to the fear and the anger and what's going on and the injustices. That is very much a third dimension energy, and it has been designed to suck your power into the fear element, to wanting to take action, to battle it out against the third dimension realms. It is not your pathway. Unless it is personally affecting you, it is not your pathway. And so disengage in other people's fear, other people's, unless it is part of your family, your loved ones, the people in your neck of the woods. This is how the darker forces are trying to suck you in through fear. And the internet is an amazing thing, but it also means to say that there is much tweeting and sharing of the darker aspects, and there's a lot of bombardment in this isolation of people's take on the world and holding the fear. And this is not for you. This is not your purpose of being here. Your purpose is actually to surrender to the sweetness, to sit within the balance of the eye of the storm, and empower those who have been sucked in by the fear around you. It is not your pathway to sink into the mud and muck and mire of the fear. Rise up and be as the lily, float above all these emotional stuff that's in this world at this moment. This is the most important thing for you to do, to find your sweetness and to anchor it on the earth plane through yourself and then your loved ones and your family and your loved ones around you. And we will look at the next card, the matching card. Let's move the cards on over. And here we're talking about star bathing, your light body, your crystalline body, and transmission and activation. I'm not speaking here so much on the crystal grid that people have spoken out about, because that is the crystal grid of other intentions, but you have your own crystalline body within you that has risen from the mud and the muck and the mire to be activated within you, the crystalline form of you. They're saying it can be a very angelic level. Within a lot of the work that I do, I have surpassed the vibrational 44th dimension of the angelic realms, but they still, I understand, have an important part to those who are still rising up from the mud above all the emotions that are going on. So they have their place, And as you are star bathing, and it's very good at the evening time when the sun has gone for the day, and you can actually stand and visualize the stars that are up there, the stars in the heavens, and feel yourself drawn to the energies of the starlight. It's an amazing energy, and by honouring, by spending time just looking at the vastness of this little universe, you can find your own story, your own history as to who you are. Where do you align? But it doesn't matter if you do not align to any one particular star. The energies of the loving beings from many star points within the heavens are saying to let you know that they too are with you. They are sending their blessings at the time of the starlight into helping your body adjust to new situations here on the earth plane. And they will change and they will change again. And there are many beings, that benevolent beings, that far outbalance the ones that on this planet Earth we have had dealings with over many, many lifetimes. Since we're talking about the some refer to them as the master races. Master what? One queries, but they have come at the time of the Atlanteans and the Lemurians. But please remember, there was races that have come to this earth of a much purer intent, way, way before these latest beings. And I'm being told to move on to the next card. And here we have the seven star sisters. And this is often referred to as the Pleiades, the seven star sisters of the Pleiades. But it says birth and creations, tapestry of life, expression. But what I'm being asked to share with you is, this is the system that's within the northern hemisphere. And yet there is also a southern Pleiades that is not often spoken of outside of those that know of its existence. And the southern Pleiades in the star cluster of Carina, I think it's called. I'm not terribly... I haven't... It is Carina, the southern star system. And then you have another group of Pleiadians, and a different type of being altogether than the ones that most people talk about, the Pleiadians on the northern ones, is the most common ones that people link to. But the ones that are from southern Pleiades, I've actually met them and spent a life, an absolutely amazing life there. They tend to vibrate above ninth dimension, which is probably why most people don't speak of them. They're a very, very high vibrational race of beings. And they're not very tall. And they have a planet that is very desert-like. And they have these amazing flowers there. And they are, as a race, like hummingbirds. They drink from the nectar of the flowers. And they are saying to me today, to say to you, for you to start to drink from the nectar of life. Now, what are they meaning by drinking from the nectar of life? You have had an opportunity to walk away from what's going out in the outer world to reconnect and visit what is going on in your inner world. And in your inner world is the place for you to raise your vibration. They're saying that if we were to call upon them, when we are deeply within the heart center, they will come to you and bring the essence of their energy. Now, for those of you who are into quantum physics and all that sort of stuff, I'd never trained in science, but I did have a visitation from two of these beings, and we're talking probably around about the 2012 year, and two of them arrived in this a two-man ship, and they told me that from southern Carina, they actually took 1.2 hours to get to Earth. So these are able to travel in time and are absolutely delightful. They're childlike. They're very childlike. They embrace joy. Living there is absolute a pleasure. And this is what they are offering to you when you sit in your meditation. If you were to call to them, the southern Pleiadians. And just say you come from you come through Diane, and they will know who you're talking about. But they're there for you anyway. You don't have to say that. And we work here with the Great Severing, and the Mars energy, the anger, the conflict, and softening to love. Which is interesting because we have within our soul system the Mars, the masculine energy, and the Venus energy. This is the yin and the yang, some people call it, refer to it as. But the opposites of the energy. It is very explosive around planets that hold a Mars energy. There are beings on Mars that are of a much higher vibration, to therefore have already softened to love. They hold the love on this very angry, conflicted planet. There's much to understand in the birthing of a new creation within your heart. To understand the Mars energy and lay down your sword. Deal with your anger. Allow it to soften into love. And our next card, we are going to go on to lifting the veil. Question everything. Anything unaligned must go. And this is a very powerful card at the moment because we are all having the opportunity to lift the veil. And those of you who are following my videos, without a shadow of doubt, you will be lifting your veil on the darkness that has surrounded your heart. And definitely do question everything. First thing in the morning on waking is a good time to check in with your heart centre before you fully open your eyes in that state of half sleep, half waking, and question, what can I align to? What can I let go of today? And literally not taking on massive stuff within your life, but literally the little steps, and your soul will guide you into what is no longer suitable for you in your new life, in your new skin. And they're emphasizing a new skin, which means to say the old one has peeled away and gone. It's an energetic statement that you are anchoring with this new moon, your new skin. So the outer truths can come through from the inner truths. Okay, we have one more card for this pair. And again, we're looking at powerful cards. It's very, very powerful, these cards today. Jump in. Andromedan energy. Adventure. Say yes to change. When you lift the veil on your life and you question everything about yourself and you take active steps to let anything go that does not align with the direction that you are going, we then are I do apologise. We are then in a position to jump in to the adventure that we now are seeking. The new you that is aligned with you. And we start with the standing in the eye of the storm. Great place to be. And you can see that as the days, the stars, the days and nights pour all around you, and those that are trying to suppress the truth of humanity have left you in particular. You are ready for your new adventure. You are ready to say yes to your change of where your future is taking you. Andromedan energy is a very high energy also. We're working with some very powerful star seeds. You are star seeds. You are powerful people. It is time to let go and to show the truth of who you are. This is the opportunity, the new beginning from today to anchor into Earth, the reason for you being here. I'm just going to finish up today with several of these cards and see what messages that they will bring to you. They've already chosen. Yes, we have two. They have come out of the pack. And the first one is learn and grow from the wisdom of your feelings by allowing yourself to befriend rather than deny them. Surrender to the sweetness, to the love, to the core of your being. Anything that is not of your feelings, that's coming from somebody else, is not for you. Be guided by the wisdom of your own feelings. It's absolutely paramount to the survival of this planet. And the second card we have with us is know thyself. It is the most important task that you have. And as we know thyself, you have lifted the veil. This is the time to lift your veil so that you can see who you truly are, so that you do know yourself. Because thyself, yourself, is what's going to take this planet forward. And without you being you, and still having the veil over, we cannot anchor the sweetness of life. Your voice, your frequency of sound will be cracked. And the deep healing that this planet and the people on it urgently need will not be heard. I'm going to leave that with you for today, and may you have a fantastic day, and may your heart star shine brightly. Until we meet again. Bye.